All right, very wet. We have day 4 of 2020 Worlds here. The DRX team up against our boys. You know them, you love them. FlyQuest. Trying to do it at Worlds.
Let's go. NA. We got this, dude. I believe in NA. I think we can turn it around. We just had a rough
Yeah,
start.
right?
I think we had a rough start.
Aren't you sick of winning all those games in week 1 and then coming back week 2 and not being able to win any games, right? Why don't we
Exactly,
just lose
exactly.
all the games in the first week, get that out of the way, and then we
Yup,
can do
we
like
gotta,
Europe does, right? Win the second week.
and then just go crazy. We're gonna go
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Let's try it
We're
different
just
this
we're
year.
learning the meta. We're learning. Let's do it.
All right, so we're seeing the Ignar going on Pantheon. I think that's a real swingy type of champion, and he loves roaming. So that's if he's not able to get any early kills and early rotations, early action, then I think FlyQuest is going to be in a lot of trouble going later in the game if Ignar gets behind.
Oh yeah, Pantheon falls off pretty quick. Very strong early, but longer the game goes, the more useless he is.
Yeah, you're basically just a stun at that point.
Yep.
But we are seeing him lots of play, a lot, especially in the Chinese region and the super server. People love playing Pantheon because it's all about that early game. It's all about those early skirmishes. And here we get
Yeah.
to see the full team, and we get the full tank top, the Maokai versus Ornn. I haven't seen this matchup so far at World. Lots of Ornn, but not too much
With tons of
Maokai.
Ornn's picker ban. He's nice. But Maokai, what, you just go even in that?
Yeah, you're not picking it to win the lane. I mean, you can with a jungle gank, but yeah, basically you're just playing for the team fights. You're playing to teleport around the map, affect the mid game, scale into late game. Maybe not as well as Ornn does, but you're always useful when you pick the Maokai.
Yeah, big CC.
It's a pretty safe matchup, frankly. You're not looking to try to completely dominate in top, and you're basically saying, okay, we're gonna focus on our bot lane here, going at Caitlyn Lux. They're gonna be trying to get that first tower down as quick as possible, go in double range, and they have range advantage on both their lane opponents here on bottom. So I look for the pressure to be more towards the mid and towards the bot for this DRX team.
Okay, it looks like we're starting off the game with red buff solo,
Both
and then
teams.
what? They'll start.
Yep.
Yeah, both teams. But it looks like FlyQuest just knows they know for sure he started bottom.
And right away, DRX
Oh,
with
yep.
the range.
Contest in blue.
PO6 going right onto Santorin. He's going to get him right off the buff. Both of them have red buffs here. Santorin's team should be able to collapse. And here you're seeing Ignar, but he's not alone. Kira's also following. Yep.
Okay, supports Rome. 80 carries look like they're going to hang back. Here comes the Zoe.
Chovy getting a real early room on Power of Evil. He's going to be able to turn this fight here, and it looks like DRX is going to be able to get that buff. Yeah, it looks like they can
take it. Ooh, nice. Good steal.
Yep. Picks that up.
Let's see how we respond. Ooh, Engromp?
Yeah. That's remember, they're level 2 here. This is laning phase is barely started, so big takeaway against Santorin. 2 of some of the most valuable camps on the map are going to be taken away from DRX, and that's a set play. They plan to do that, to go right from red to blue, have your support roam up, and your mid to join you. So real nice early game plan here from the Korean squad.
Okay, looks like Santorin's going for their blue. That's a pretty good play. Keep up with XP.
Yep. You're taking away what you can. If he was aggressive, he'd stay for that Gromp, but he's probably just going to go for the Scuttle after. He probably doesn't want to stay around too long. He doesn't want to get a fight in the jungle. He just wants to take away whatever camps is possible, as he was counter jungled on the other side.
Oh, the Mark's up too. Mark's on Scuttle. That's big. Big taking away Scuttle.
It was a nice 50-50 for him, right? He'd be able to take that first one away.
Oh, yeah.
Keep
Good.
Kindred down.
Yeah, he's keeping up. I like this. Let's go, NA. Let's go.
I gotta say, with this FlyQuest squad, I love the top side of their map. They're pretty much picking the most meta champions in this 2020 Worlds here with the Orin, Graves, and Orianna. So they are playing what is proven to be most successful for other teams, and they were able to get, looks like, everything they want. The only thing that's slightly questionable, again, is that Pantheon. Can they turn it to their advantage? But when you're going into a Caitlyn Lux, like...
Yeah, long range, hard to get in.
That's hard to do. Once you're in, you're in. That's it. So he's got to make that engage really worth it if he's going to jump in there. And right now, you're seeing he's not jumping in. He's waiting for that opportunity. And in the meantime, they're losing CS, and they're going to be losing some tower plates shortly. You can't think that Caitlyn Lux is going to be happy just sitting on the outside, on the porch, you know, swinging around, watching their life go by. No, no, no. They're action players. They want to get in there and make this game their own. And here we're seeing Solo trying to make that top lane his own against Doran. But here up on the other side, Santorin is coming in with the smoke screen. He's going to go right in, going to go in with the Q. Karen is going to be going down. But the question is, who's going to be taking that first blood? And the answer is Santorin.
Nice. Fantastic first gank. I like it. Catch Kindred on the back. Bot lane doesn't respect you that you're there, that they saw you down there. Nice catch out.
In this lane, that
looks
DRX,
like they burn. Lux even burned Flash.
Oh, yeah. On the FlyQuest squad as well, Cleanse used, Ignite used, Flash used from Santorin. So they were using some summoners to get this kill, but that's going to really get Santorin going. And look for that first dragon to go down. Once he goes back to the base and buys, he should have a slight advantage over Kindred.
Going for the mark. They're going for the mark. A lot of roaming going on. Look, level 4.
Second mark of the game. FlyQuest, they are really early. Look at Ignar, level 4 at the 6-minute mark, already roaming topside to make
spot
sure.
Out path. Spot out path.
And this is what he wants to do with this pick, affect these
Nice,
early
good
skirmishes
defense.
around the map. He's not content with just staying on the bot lane and farming it out. That's not what you pick Pantheon for.
Exactly. Gotta get him going. Gotta get that early game steamy. Okay, here we go. You think they're going to go for drag very soon? That's the next thing to go for? Everyone going back bottom, farm up a tad?
I know Graves is sitting on a lot of gold right now. He's probably got about 1,200, 1,300, which for this early point in the game is a good buy. So I look for him to be going in back to get a couple of long swords, maybe some boots. But right now he hasn't bought, so he doesn't have the full advantage that he's been able to get with First Blood. So he's just setting up a little bit of vision. He knows that Scuttle is going to be up on the top side of the map, so he's going to put that control ward down. So he knows who's going in the river. And Chovy has control of this mid lane. He's decided to stay with Power of Evil heading back. And that's
We'll get our first mark right here on Scuttle.
Yeah.
They know she's there, though, with the ward. Just going to spot it out right here.
He had that
jungler level 6.
So you see the Kindred here on the top side. So look, Graves did go back and buy, and he's got half of his warrior. And look, he's going directly towards this dragon, and the bot lane's already setting it up. The pings are going down.
Kindred's on her way now. Kindred's going to be a little late. Graves lost to hit 6, though. Ooh, good poke, good poke.
Nice early damage for the Caitlyn. Really good Caitlyn's use their ace in the hole frequently. They don't just sit on it. They just don't look for the executes. They look to get that early that damage.
Guaranteed damage. Guaranteed damage.
Exactly.
Someone has to take it.
And they're pushing in the bot wave. You have your mid laner
First early
roaming,
Drake.
some vision, and that's going to guarantee the dragon. So nice rotation and understanding what the map state is here for FlyQuest. Realizing they can pick this up. And here, double ults are going up.
Oh, nice.
Doran looks like he's ready to go down. Solo's going to have to hit
big
with a couple
solo
more
kill.
skills.
Gets away.
This Maokai just tanks
Jeez.
and tanks and tanks.
Hard to kill. A lot of healing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Going with that double Doran's ring start. That gets him a little bit of
another
extra
mark
wave
up.
clear. And he's going to go with Catalyst. Interesting. You don't see this start too often on the Maokai. Normally, it's the Balmy Cinder. Looks like he's
You're
going
right.
for
What is he
Abyssal
going to go?
Mask or something.
Abyssal Mask? Yep.
Yeah. Who else other
Yeah,
than Orin rushes Abyssal Mask, right? Like, nobody does that.
Oh, looks like Oran's doing it too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. He's the only one.
That's so funny, actually. I don't know. Maybe try and gank mid early.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he's not looking to necessarily push the wave too much. He's not worried about attack damage affecting him. I don't know. Like the FlyQuest team does have more AD overall.
Ooh, she got her stack. Big. FlyQuest not looking to engage there. Trying to let that Ori scale up. Pretty sure Zoe wins that early.
Kindred was thinking about that Rift Herald, but decided just to leave the control ward and head out. Once again, these tanks are fighting, but it feels pretty useless. It feels like without a jungler, nothing's going to be happening here in this top lane. I think they both realize that at this point, especially as some of these defensive items are starting to come out.
Oh yeah, there's just a nutrition war up there. Oh, again Scuttle, nice. Got a replay in the bottom right.
So this is an early. This is an even game so far. I'm really impressed with how FlyQuest.
Oh, Ash missed arrow on the bottom.
They're 1-1 at this point. Same with DRX. A lot of people had FlyQuest either at 3rd or 4th place in their group, but a win over DRX here would give them a big advantage to be able to make it through into this next stage. Wouldn't that be crazy if FlyQuest is the only team in NA to make it out of groups? Wouldn't that be wild? They get shit on so much.
I had high hopes for TL, but you know, someone has to represent NA and move on. We have to get out of groups. And it looks like Santorin's our best bet.
Oh, and that's a really aggressive play from Kindred, and he's going to already throw down
burst
the ult.
it down. Gonna have to flash wall, yep.
Nice play there from Kindred, using the
nice,
blast
good
cone
save, though.
to knock him out. He triggered that blast cone on purpose to be able to get out.
That's or Scuttle. Or, yeah, Rift.
Wet man, you do that all the time. You keep
I call
saying
it Scuttle.
I'm
Dude,
looking around the river. What Scuttle are you talking about?
Dude, it's just a big Scuttle.
It is a big Scuttle. They do different things, though. And they have the big Scuttle. Santorin now with the first 2 objectives of the game.
Flashes out. Nice.
Did you like the Shelly nickname? Did that freak gave it? Were you a fan of that, or were you like, it's not really my thing?
I mean, don't matter. I just see what it looks like, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever it looks like.
Oh,
Santorin with a good gank. Oh, CC'd up.
3 people up in the top, and this is finally how one of these tank top laners goes
nice.
down.
You think he'll drop it?
Apparently,
think he'll drop it on 5 plate?
They only get off in threesomes up there. No one-on-one action.
No way. Maokai's too
tastes.
they're gonna lose bot tower for this.
And as we were stating earlier, the double range bottom is taking 4 plates and is working on the 5th. Let's see if they can get this final plate down before the 14-minute mark. It really looks like they're going to be able to, and more than likely they're going to push this last wave in and either fight for this dragon or reset the lane up there in top. So let's see what this formerly called King Zone Dragon X, then it was Dragon X, now it's DRX. What's going to be next? DX? Is that like they keep shortening their name there, Mike?
Who knows?
But they're looking for a brand that works. And I got to say, I've seen a number of their players throughout the year, especially Chovy and Deft. They've just been in World Championship after World Championship, especially Deft, who's, I believe this is his 5th Worlds or his 4th Worlds, something crazy like that.
Experience coming in from them.
A lot of the litany of teams, and it's just with Chovy and Deft, they've never been able to, well, especially with Chovy, but more recently with Deft, is that they've been on really good teams, but they haven't been able to perform to the expectations. And with Chovy being on Griffin, they were highlighted as the best team in the world for a while, but they just couldn't win when it matters. And then Deft being on KT Rolster, they had the super team. I know you remember this, Wed.
Oh, I do. When they were I remember the SKT rivalry with
Yeah.
them.
And they just
Yeah, that was big.
continually underperformed in the finals or the semifinals when it really mattered. And that was my favorite team for 2 years. They had a star player at every position and just couldn't put it together. It really shows that teamwork and being able to work together as a cohesive unit is more important in this game more than ever than just star power.
You can't 1v9 anymore.
Nope. Nope.
You need a whole team.
And here is a great statistic up at the top. Double the plates for DRX than FlyQuest. And that's where you're seeing that gold lead. A little bit of superior farm.
Ooh, Lance Charm.
Good
block. Kindred ult. Oh, they got the follow-up?
And they're setting up for the second dragon
Yep.
here. DRX.
But there you go. He has to back.
Got control of the river. Looks like they're going to decide to push up this bot wave before they contest. Pantheon's back at base.
Does have ult. Think they can re-engage here without Kindred ult?
Pings are coming out. It looks like FlyQuest is going to contest. Here he goes. Santorin's coming in, but first Wild Card's going to start it with an Enchantment Crescent Arrow.
Nice.
The big boom from Santorin.
From downtown.
Second dragon, 3-0, FlyQuest. Showing up against arguably the best team in their group. I believe DRX was the number 2 seed coming out of Korea.
Number 2 seed? No way.
I believe so. I believe Danwon came out first. And I believe
out of China, you said? Or Korea?
Out of Korea, yeah, exactly.
Oh, no way. Yeah, I need to watch more of these games.
I've been really happy with the game so far. I haven't watched every single game at Worlds, but any game that I've been watching has been really, really entertaining. Close games. I know somebody was mentioning recently that these games have never been closer. And just look how close FlyQuest is playing this DRX team. Personally, I love that. I hate seeing the stomps. I hate seeing Korea and China just grind out a low kill game where there's no chance for the enemy team to win. I like seeing these types of games. Gold advantage for DRX, Dragon advantage for FlyQuest. We don't know who's going to win 16 minutes into this game. It's anyone's.
Any point the game just flip on its head. Oh, draft and Chovy with
big gold leads.
Big gold leads. All those platings coming in.
Ignar being able to negate most of that damage.
Oh, good poke on the Ash.
It looks like DRX is looking to take this top tower. It's a question about whether FlyQuest can defend it. It appears so for the time being. Rift Herald up, or as we like to call it, Big Scuttle.
Big Scuttle.
Big Scuddy. Want to make our own thing? Big Scuddy? Is that our
Big Scuddy.
Like Kid Cudi?
I like that.
Yeah? Is that our new thing?
Kid Cudi was nice in the day.
Yeah. Back in the day, is he already old? Is he no longer cool anymore?
I don't know. I don't think he's made music in a while.
4 years ago. No, man. I guess I'm not with it. Is it like some mumble rapper now? Who's the shit? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, dude. It's the new rave.
Damn. I've had that mentioned too. What happened to the rave scene? All those kids grow up?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of big.
It depends on the city.
Yeah, depends where you're from.
But now,
looks like they're going for Scuttle, heading towards Scuttle, contesting for Vision.
Big Scuttle. We got to highlight Big
Scuttle. Big Scuttle. Here we go.
Also regular Scuttle. Yeah.
Landing bubble.
Nice damage here.
Chunked out.
Horan chunked out. This is going to really hinder their ability to fight for this Big Scuttle objective.
Not going to back. He's going to try and heal off these Krugs here.
This is a real issue. Look at the CS advantage for Deft over Wild Turtle. This is something like when you're down 50 at this point, it's
another big chunk.
Big disadvantage for your team.
Oh, here we go again. Them just swatting at each other. So's going to walk down, though.
They still got about a minute and a half to knock down Big Scuddy over here.
Looks like FlyQuest is going to contest. Here they come.
Let's see. Santorin full health now.
And got vision. Off now.
They're talking about
2000.
it. Going over the wall.
Oh, here
Excellent
comes the
contest
Maokai
here from
TP.
Santorin. I don't believe
no
he got
way.
that.
He's dead.
Ignar, pretty aggressive here into the back line, but we're seeing a fight now in the river.
Oh,
Doran is tanking
go
all
on the
kinds of
Maokai.
damage, being able to tank the shockwave, but going to go down here at the end. Wild Turtle trying to get it out, but doesn't look like he's able to. It looks like a big shot from Deft, and the headshot's going to be knocking him out, but we're having Piosek say, no, no, you cannot go. Graves, get back
Graves
here.
just caught with the bubble. Chase down Solo. Ooh, they might be able to get him. Kindred might have the damage for this. Land Q. Yep.
I don't think Solo wants to play here. This is non-consensual. This touching
Ooh.
here. And he's going to back off.
And
Nice
still
out for
had
him.
Kindred all at the end. Oh my goodness, what is this? Zoe damage. All she has is the Ludens.
Good question. Just shows the damage amplifier that she's able to get when she throws out that shot from a long distance. And here, nice smite away. Ignar's fairly back. He's able to take 3 of them out of the fight. And Maokai just being able to tank just long enough and then able to clean up here on the back side. That flash forward from Deft guaranteed that kill. And really, FlyQuest, a big turn in this game. FlyQuest was playing DRX fairly even. You could even say they had a lead.
Oh.
But
bubble.
as we were going over that replay, FlyQuest picks up the 3rd dragon. It is Infernal Soul.
Ooh, that's going to be big.
Fairly good soul for their team.
Oh, a lot of poke coming in.
That.
Oh, like
Santorin once again
Luxol?
getting chunked down to half. And this does not look like
Solo
a
on the flank.
that he does not want this. He's going to back off in the top lane. He's already starting to build his ornaments here. He's got the Abyssal Mask, working towards that Sunfire Cape. Nice stat line here from Solo in the top, 1-0-0. Going farm for farm with the Doran Maokai.
The upgraded items starting to come in. That's going to be big. So, what is it? Gives you like 3K gold as
Apparently
a team.
More. I read a Reddit thread. That
Yeah, something crazy like that, right?
3,800, 3,900.
Oh, 3,800. Jeez, that was even close.
Yeah, no, because a lot of the casters say 3,000, but when all the math was done, it was closer to 4,000, frankly, with those first 2 items.
Jeez, that's insane.
It was in that same thread. It was showed with the Abyssal Mask upgrade that you get so many hit points extra from that upgrade that even if you're not against a heavy magic team, those hit points are still useful against any team. So that's why you're always building that Abyssal Mask. It just matters whether it's first or second. Just the stat line is just way too important to not build it. How do you like the team scaling at this point? We're seeing DRX up 5,000. FlyQuest got the first 3 dragons, but how do you like these champions facing off against each other, coming past the 25-minute mark that looks like we're almost certainly going to get to?
So right now we're looking at Kate in their bot lane and the Lux. The Lux's shields are just going to start getting bigger, but the Pantheon will start to fall off. But Ashel will just get better. Ashel will scale just as good as the Kate. I think that the Ori will scale better, become more better for the team.
I think so as well. I agree.
Kindred, if she keeps getting those stacks, she'll get massive too. But I think Ornn will take it from the Maokai in the top lane.
So what you're saying is overall, FlyQuest got a potentially a little bit better of a scaling team, a little bit, right?
A little bit, but yes, they do. They both do have long game win conditions. But yeah,
But I love to say it, but these types of game states are my favorite to cast. We have DRX that is up in gold. They're up on tempo. And FlyQuest has got 3 dragons. This is anyone's game, and I love seeing the strategy for both of them. DRX, they're going to want to be winning these team fights. They're going to want to really focus on denying the 4th dragon from FlyQuest and trying to pick up this first Baron. If they get first Baron, they're very likely to win this game. FlyQuest, on the other side, you're really playing for this dragon. You don't want to engage in any odd man team fights unless you have the advantage. But if you can get this dragon soul here in a minute, or hell, even if you miss this one and you get it in 5 minutes, okay, that's before the 30 minute mark, you've got a real good chance of winning this game just from having that Inferno Soul along with your team composition. So this is anyone's game.
Exactly. This is going to be big. Everyone's going to use. This is going to be a big team fight down a dragon.
It's really important. And you're seeing DRX setting up early. They're already here around the 1 minute mark, controlling this river, and they're basically saying to FlyQuest, if you want to get this dragon, you got to come through us. And they're going to continue to clear mid-waves, and they're not going to leave this river. Just watch, Mike. And it's going to be FlyQuest that's going to be forced to come through, potentially down a choke point, and have to contest this DRX team. Look for the Ornn to start this, or the Ashe. You have long-range engage from the FlyQuest team, but they have to do it in a way that's going to affect multiple members on this DRX team. And look, they're keeping a nice spread here that they don't want to get ulted. And here it is. It looks like this is going to be it. Solo going to be starting the ult with the Ornn. He's going to get a double knock-up. And here they go, boys. We're having DRX going to be on the back foot. They've got the vision and the speed here in the river. And they're going to be getting the exhaust onto Solo, who's going to be having to go back. And nobody's down just yet. But just Ignar is going to be trading with a couple others. And we're seeing DRX being able to come out on top of this. A full 5-0. Wow, Ignar going down early and the rest of his team following. That
DRX doing a great job in kiting them out. Was able to spread the fight apart and pick off the Graves and into their top laner. It was very good clean fighting. Great flank from Zoe. Getting those bubbles in there. Zoning off Power of Evil. Fantastic team fight from them. They'll even pick up Drag and Baron.
Replay on this, because that, like, this is like this DRX team is coming back when it matters here in the mid game, and when they're having to fight big team fights, and you don't see that very often. You see how far he was, and Baron still killed him.
Man, Baron buff OP. Oh,
Solo trying to get something here on the backside. But Power of Evil going in hard, getting the double shockwave, and FlyQuest really needs to pick up a kill here if they're going to be focusing so many people.
No man on the Maokai?
Even a Maokai kill will help stop this DRX push with the Baron buff for just a minute, maybe 30 seconds with these death timers, and just that single kill really buys them a lot of time. They're going to trade a top turret for a bottom, but that single kill potentially save them an inhibitor in the future. And here we're seeing Lux starting with an ult, followed by the Ornn ult. Big Maokai root lands on most of them. But then here, the superior items and the superior team fighting of DRX, just going to be a little bit too much, just a little too many stats. You look at these Caitlyn item compared to the Ashe. Look, you've got currently 3.5 items over 2.5. And I'm sure the differential was pretty close in that last team fight. You have a Caitlyn that's just doing infinitely more damage than this Ashe.
Kate was able to easily 1v1 in that fight, having 75% crit right now.
Yeah.
She'll just create down in like 3.
You know, a headshot is basically doing half health to some of these squishies.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming from Kate, a lot of damage coming from Zoe.
Remember, the 5 plates of turret plate gold did go onto this bot lane, so that's where a lot of that gold is coming from. It's not just that farm. Look at that score, 325 farm in 28 minutes. Leaps and bounds over Wild Turtle. Who, if I was Wild Turtle at this point, I mean, I know he built the Runon's Hurricane for the wave clear to try to help his team survive, but an Essence Reaver could be just as useful for those arrows, just being able to send out as many arrows as possible. Other than Wave Clear, he doesn't seem very useful at this point, and getting some cooldown reduction could help him shoot an extra arrow every 15 or 20 seconds. And the mid inhibitor is also open at this point. Right now, DRX seems almost certain to get that big damage. You were saying 75% crit. You were saying 3 shots to take down an opponent. That was exactly it right there. 3 shots. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, big
and you're
headshot.
out. Power of Evil taken out. FlyQuest trying to stay in, but they just keep getting taken out. And they're getting locked down even in their own Nexus. And the gold lead was just a little too much for FlyQuest to handle. But I got to say, congratulations, guys. They really played DRX close.
Did have a good early game. They were able to keep it in early. Just couldn't win those team fights. Their bot lane was too big. Zoe was able to...
Yeah, it was in the bot lane, dude.
Coming on.
I think you're right. That's where the big difference was in this game. And you have to look at that Pantheon pick. I know I talked about it a little bit at the start, but ended up not working for him. Any last thoughts for this game here, VeryWet?
You know what? NA's not too bad.
Okay.
You know, we did put up a fight in the early game. We kept it even. We just gotta be able to get on the right people.
I agree. Not done yet, but got to win against some of the weaker teams. Got to play the tough teams close and try to win against some of the other regions. And let's see if they're going to do it. Thanks, bud.
Nice.